Got a few parts to put on the Grom today. I got the oil draining right now after I warmed it up. We're going to be installing a high flow oil pump, some Barnett clutch springs, and then a Chimera clutch plate. And I got everything from Hard Racing except the oil pump, which I got from Steady Garage. So you guys can go check out that. I'll put some links in the description if you're interested. I'm going to go ahead and finish draining this oil out. Then we'll get up close when I pop that case cover off. Alright, as you can see, we have the cover off. So basically what we're going to be doing today is removing this clutch. We're going to take this plate off and replace the springs and then put the new clutch plate on that's going to replace this. And here's the oil pump. It's really just a bolt-in kind of deal. These 3 bolts, remove it. You don't have to take the oil spinner off. Just replace it with the new provided like dowel pins. But you'd also want to check this little screen right there too, just to make sure you don't have any shit, you know, clogged in there. So definitely a good thing to check. Probably do the clutch first and get back at you then. So I already got all the clutch springs out. You could definitely tell that these are a lot thinner material than the Barnett clutches. Here's the stock clutch plate. You can kind of tell it's, you know, it's real lightweight. The new one from Chimera is actually really nice. You could just tell, I mean, oh shit, almost busted my ass. So here's the new one from Chimera. Definitely looks like a lot better piece. It just looks and feels more solid than the stock one. So definitely going to be a lot stronger than the old one. So that's done for the clutch. And then we're going to go ahead and just yank these 3 bolts out for the oil pump. And we'll show you what that looks like when it's all out. So that was super straightforward. All I literally did was take those 3 bolts out. It lifts right up. Here is the stock oil pump. It's pretty simple really. There's just a gear driven pump inside of there. And there's one oil galley and there's the other. That's where the oil flows through. When I get this new one out of the box, I'm going to prime it. We're going to pour some oil down there and just kind of spin this gear and keep pouring a little bit down in there until we see it come out the other side, just as an extra measure to make sure everything's ready to roll when we fire this bike up. So we'll go ahead and do that, install the new oil pump, and basically just reverse the process. Don't really need to film too much of that. Something else I didn't mention is to get this cover off, you don't have to take this rear set all the way off. Just remove this bottom bolt here and then loosen this one. This is a 19mm, and just kind of rotate the whole rear set upwards, and that's plenty to get this cover in and out pretty easy. That's about it. We'll get back with you when we're on the bike for a little test drive. So let's try a little first gear sit downer. Yeah, it comes up a lot faster. That's nice. That's real nice. So much better. The clutch just feels a lot more engaged. You just get a lot more bite with it, really. It's the best I can explain it. I'm in some random neighborhood, so hopefully I don't get fucking kicked out. So really the goal is, I want to do second gear shit. I really want to do second gear sit downs. Oh yeah, sir. Oh my god, that's so much easier to yank up in second. I mean, it still takes quite a bit of effort, don't get me wrong, but so much easier, man. Holy shit. And you could roll pretty fast in second gear. You can get up to like 35 just cruising. Now that I've got this oil pump flowing a shitload more pressure, I think it flows like 30 or 40 more PSI. Or, I'm sorry, 30 or 40 more percent of oil flow. I'm not too scared about hanging this thing out for a mile or so. So the clutch lever pull is definitely a lot stiffer than the stock, even with this RSC. It's noticeably heavier with the new springs, but I've been riding this thing for like 15 minutes and I've already forgotten how it's heavier than the stock pull, so don't let that steer you away from, you know, upgrading your springs or putting all the springs in there instead of just, the fucking 3 out of the 6 or whatever. Hell yeah. I'm gonna wheelie this fucking thing for miles now. Found a good little practice street, I think. Wheelie a whole block, bitch. Man, anybody who's watching this wondering how to fuck to wheelie a Grom, like, the key is to be smooth as shit. Like, if you're on a 450 or like a dirt bike and learning wheelies, basically there's a lot of room for error. On this bike, there is no room for error. If you fucking aren't smooth with the brake, if you're choppy with the throttle, like, it's not gonna like it, and it's gonna get squirrely on you. So does a Grom wheelie. I guess we'll give you a little sneak peek of my shitty stand-ups that I've been working on. That is about as good as they get. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the little install how-to. And I hope you enjoyed watching the wheelies and all that shit.